I've got a confession to make. Most people in my position would just hide this or never talk about it. But I promised myself and my team I'd always lead with radical transparency. And I feel like, based on my mission of helping other founders build a business that serves them instead of them serving it, it wouldn't be right to keep this to myself. I've been on testosterone replacement therapy for about 6 months. And honestly, it's completely changed my life as an entrepreneur. My energy, my focus, my drive, even my relationships. Now, I'm not saying this is for everyone. I'm not saying it's a magic pill, but I want to share my actual experience, because if you're a founder, your personal energy is often the biggest constraint in your business. Look, I built a liquid 8-figure net worth by my late 20s. I had the systems, the team, and the money, and then I hit a wall. Some weeks I was literally working only 1 to 2 hours. The business still spitting out multiple 6 figures a month in profit, but I wasn't growing. I wasn't excited, and I wasn't pushing myself for my team. Here's the truth. Your team can move the needle, but your own energy is a lever that multiplies everything. When you're sharp and fully engaged, the entire business scales differently. So when a friend of mine told me he'd just gone on TRT, and he said, dude, I feel like I'm 21 again starting my first company, it made my ears perk up. I wasn't just some guy eating McDonald's every day and never working out. I was already really dialed, taking 60+ supplements a day, doing cold plunges, the sauna, eating clean, and lifting a couple of times a week. I've trained consistently since 2012. I had the routines, the habits, but even with all that, I still felt flat. Lower drive, less excitement to work, less libido, less clarity. That's when I finally said, okay, let me at least get the labs done. And here's what I learned. My total testosterone was 520 nanograms per deciliter, and my free testosterone was 89.4 picograms per milliliter. For context, the most widely accepted clinical range for total testosterone, which is a sum of all of the testosterone in your blood, including what's bound up and unusable, is about 264 to 916 nanograms per deciliter. So on paper, I was technically normal. And free testosterone, which is the fraction that's actually bioavailable, meaning your body can use it, and is the testosterone that actually drives energy, libido, muscle, and focus, came in at 89.4 picograms per milliliter, with the acceptable clinical range being 35 to 155 picograms per milliliter. So once again, normal. But here's the thing, those ranges are built off the average American male, and the average American male is not healthy. Obesity, poor sleep, sedentary lifestyles, all of that drags the averages down. So yes, I was normal, but what's normal for a population that's largely unhealthy isn't optimal for a top-performing entrepreneur who needs consistent energy, razor-sharp focus, and the stamina to lead. My doctor put it plainly, you check the boxes for the average male, but you're nowhere near optimal for what you can do when every part of you is firing on all cylinders. But I didn't just say yes right away. Like most of you probably would, I had a lot of reservations. So I went deep into research mode. I asked the obvious medical questions. Isn't this just steroids? Won't this kill my fertility? Is it dangerous long term? But then there were the harder questions as well, the stigma around this. I found myself wondering, will people think that I'm cheating? Does taking testosterone somehow make me less of a man? And then I thought more about it. Is drinking coffee cheating? Is taking creatine cheating? Where do you draw the line between cheating and simply optimizing? Because I was already cold plunging every day, hitting the sauna, buying thousands of dollars worth of supplements every single month. Wasn't I already optimizing? So the real question became, if I'm willing to invest all this time and money into hacks that move the needle a little bit, why wouldn't I at least explore something that could be a much bigger needle mover? Honestly, I think part of my hesitation was fear of who I might become if I actually unlocked that extra energy and drive. If I no longer stayed in my comfort zone and I gave the world the best version of myself. And at some point, I had to ask myself, why do I care what other people think? This is my life, my body, my business, my family. And on the fertility side, yes, testosterone replacement therapy can suppress sperm production. But with the right doctor, there are well-established protocols like adding HCG that can preserve fertility while on TRT. So it's not a death sentence for having kids, it's just something that you need to actively monitor. That's why I finally sat down with my fiance and I had a real conversation. Because this decision isn't just about me, it's about us, our future, and our ability to start a family in the next couple of years. So together we came up with rules that gave us both confidence. Number 1, get labs every 3 months. Number 2, get a fertility check every 6 months. And number 3, only work with a legit doctor who specializes in hormones, not just some sketchy website in China. With those safeguards in place, I finally felt confident enough to try it. And let me tell you, I noticed massive changes within 14 days. I was waking up before my alarm, excited to work. I was actually looking forward to building again. I felt more drive, not just motivation that kind of comes and goes, but steady, consistent energy. And I'll be honest, it felt like I had that fire that I had back when I was in my early 20s starting my first business. And I hadn't felt that in a long time. By the second to third month mark, my body started changing too. I've always been a bigger guy. In college, I was around 220 pounds. But after TRT, I jumped up to 235 and at one point hit 245 pounds. Now, yes, some of it was water weight, but most of it was muscle. I couldn't fit into my suits anymore. I had to buy brand new pants. And everywhere I went, people were noticing, making comments. That gave me another boost of confidence. Not because of some vanity thing, but because confidence compounds. When you feel strong physically, you show up stronger mentally too. And yeah, libido, I'll keep this respectful, but I'd be lying if I didn't mention it. Let's just say that my fiance is now a huge advocate for TRT. Here's the real payoff for founders though. I wake up and I'm actually excited to start the day. I'll knock out 6 to 9 hours of deep, focused work and then go for a 3-mile walk on the beach, hit a heavy lift, and still have energy left over to go out to dinner with friends. And it's not just about how I feel. This has led to some of the best quarters our company has had in years. My team is more motivated because they see me fully engaged, and I feel grateful for the opportunity to lead them at that level. My clarity, my patience, my leadership, all of it has improved. And it's because I'm no longer running on fumes. Now, let me address the concerns I know some of you probably have. First, fertility. Yes, TRT can suppress sperm production if it's not managed. That is real. But there are well-established medical protocols, like adding HCG, that protect fertility while you're on TRT. This isn't something to ignore, but it's also not a deal breaker if you work with the right doctor and monitor it consistently. That's the approach my fiance and I have taken as we plan for kids in the next couple of years. Second, overall health risks. This is the big one people worry about. Things like heart attacks or strokes. Some of the early studies that made headlines suggested a link, but those were later shown to be flawed. The most recent data, including a 2023 clinical trial of over 5,000 men, found no increase of risk of heart attack or stroke with doctor-supervised TRT. And when it comes to longevity, here's what the science does show clearly. Low testosterone itself is consistently associated with higher all-cause mortality. In other words, men with chronically lower levels are more likely to die earlier from a wide range of causes. Some studies even suggest that TRT may lower that risk when monitored properly, but honestly, more long-term research is still ongoing. That's why I'm getting tested every 3 months, and if anything feels off, I'll just address my dosage appropriately. Third, the fear of being on it forever. Look, testosterone isn't some strange synthetic drug. It's literally a hormone your body already produces. You're not addicted, you're optimizing what's already supposed to be there. And honestly, if I'm taking vitamins every day for the rest of my life, wouldn't I also commit to a 4-minute protocol that gives me back energy, focus, and drive? The truth is, what's actually risky is the opposite. Running your business and your life for 20 years with chronically low testosterone, chronic fatigue, and brain fog. That's where the real long-term damage happens. All that being said, if you're overweight, sleeping 5 hours a night, eating garbage, and never moving your body, do not do testosterone replacement therapy. Get those basics down first. But if you're a founder, you've got the systems, you're disciplined, and you still feel like your drive is flat, it may be worth at least getting it checked. Most people won't tell you this. Some are embarrassed, others think it makes them look weak. But one of my values is radical transparency. And I honestly wish entrepreneurs would at least get tested, because if you only get one life, why would you spend it at half capacity? Here's the takeaway. TRT didn't give me a new life. It just gave me the ability to fully use the one I've already built. It made me the most unapologetic, high-energy version of myself. And that's the version that my team deserves, my fiance deserves, and honestly, that I deserve. If you're a founder watching this, my advice isn't go on TRT. My advice is get tested, know your numbers, and make an informed decision with a doctor that you can trust. Stay sharp.